Alrighty, welcome to the BNR Racing Network. As we are here for the season finale at Rockingham. I'm going to go over a little race information here. You see here we're in Rockingham, North Carolina. It's a mile track. Current track temps 137 degrees. It is, the weather outside is 82 degrees, 56% humidity, clear skies, 3 mile per hour wind, 165 laps, 165 miles, 80% fuel, 4 sets of tires, 1 quick fix, and 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. So these drivers do have open quali here, so keep that going. So give me 1 quick second and I shall return. Alrighty. Sorry about that, Will.
All good, Brian.
So you
Hello,
see
hello.
here, we're in Rockingham. You guys have open qualifying, so I have another pair of ears, another pair of eyes here, so. Oh, Josh, so the points coming down technically, for those who wanted to know, it'll be Troy Daggett and Brandon Moore. I see Brandon Moore made it in just the last second, so Brandon Moore is trying to find some oomph out of that machine there. So with a minute and a half left, 165
Yep.
miles, so
What is it, a 12 or 15 point differential or something like that between Brandon and Daggett? So mathematically, Brandon can win the championship from Daggett tonight. He can kind of steal it away from the points leader that has been the points leader for, I want to say, ever since about the third or fifth race of the season, Troy Daggett. So
Brandon is 22 points behind
okay, 22. My apologies.
Troy. No, you're good. So that'll be that. So
Yep. So that is definitely one to keep an eye out for everything tonight, as far as the championship goes for the Truck Series. Rockingham, though, is a very, very difficult track. It's just over a mile in length here. The track can kind of be like a cheese grater on the tires, so to speak. It truly can be. So you got to really be careful and mindful of that. You really have to back up the corners getting into these corners here at Rockingham. You can't be too much on the attack, because if you do, you can really kind of disrespect the bumps, so to speak, here, and really catch yourself out. It doesn't take too much to make a mistake here at the Rock. So closing seconds of qualifying. Looks like just about everybody is going to make a lap or turn some type of lap here this evening. So Rockingham, this has been a stable, or was a stable on the NASCAR circuit ever since 1965. The trucks ran here for, I want to say, 3 years, 2 years, 2 or 3 years. So just about everything stock car wise has ran here. I want to even say ARCA ran here a little bit. 22 to 25 degrees of banking. So it's one of the first ever tracks, Brian, to have that kind of progressive banking to it.
You could have ran Paul.
There is multi.
Sorry.
Do it. Oh.
No, I was answering the poll. Go over to starting grid real quick.
Yes, sir.
So starting P1 will be Troy Daggett, P2 will be Joshua Highball, P3 will be Brian Schwartz, P4 will be Jaden JJ, P5 will be Skylar, P6 will be Brandon, P7 will be Justin, P8 will be Tyler, P9 will be Joe, P10 will be Chris, P11 will be Robert, P12 will be Matt, and P13 will be Chris. Now rephrase that. The first one was Christopher Campbell. So, well, 165 laps here tonight. All or nothing on the line here. Points are going to matter between Daggett and Brandon. Technically, that's the closest. So,
Yes, like we talked about that pretty close championship fight between Daggett and Brandon Moore. Troy Daggett has to be said. He is a driver that came into this series with a handful of races left last season and kind of showed what he was capable of. And then this season, he really carried that forward, carried that momentum into this season, and he was able to just keep a hold of the points lead for so many weeks here, and just trying to see if he can finish it off here tonight. He qualified on the pole. Let's just see what he can do starting from the pole. Brandon Moore looks like he's going to be starting in P6, like he said, so going to have a little bit of ground to make up on Daggett if he wants to try to close up any gap or even have anything to say for the title here.
Well, we know how treacherous turns 1 and 2 can be with that lip that sticks out of the safer barrier there. So that'd be one thing to keep a very close eye on. And these drivers do have one quick fix here tonight. So 310, so we can go checkers. So our season finale has been a hell of a freaking season by these guys, so we're looking to keep that going. So
green flag,
and the green flag is out.
Oh, we got tire spinach. Both the front row pole sitters, Highball and Troy Daggett. Troy's tires slipped so much that he just kicked to the right, and then now, oh man, coming out of turn number 2, I believe that was Schwartz. It was Schwartz. Schwartz clipped the apron in the middle of 1 and 2, and then never really could recover. I don't know if he got hit by Jaden with the transition. There's a transition. There's a bump coming out of turn number 2. If you get it wrong, it'll just really kick you sideways. But I'm not sure if he had help. Maybe in a minute, once everybody gets spread out, or if a caution happens, we can take a look at that. But
thank you, JP. I hate to see that you can't make it here. Very upset about that, but awesome of you to tune in and enjoy the show. That's for sure. Josh was just here, but he stepped out real quick, so. But you see here, this battle between the 98 and the 8 of Skylar Sixton, Tyler Myers. Oh, boy.
So Highball's pulled out to almost a 2-second lead early on in the opening 5 laps here. Brandon Moore almost 2 seconds back. Sanchez right behind Brandon. Then you have Troy Daggett directly behind Sanchez. So, and the battle raging on for second place here, like I just spoke. 3 wide, looking 3 wide, not able to get there. Daggett is, so. Like I said, one of the first ever tracks to kind of ever be made. Back in the day, it wasn't really thought about being progressive banking, but this track does have progressive banking, and you can really have a late entry into the corner. Now, what I mean by late entry, you can decide just to extend that straight line speed a little bit more, and then diamond the corner down, kind of a late apex, so to speak, to maybe get a run better that way. So there's different ways of getting around here at Rockingham. You could really arc or diamond turns 3 and 4 to have a good runoff, kind of like what we saw at the Iowa race a week or 2 ago.
Oh yeah, you see here, Tyler Meyer's keeping up with Brandon Moore, Troy Daggett, Jaden Sanchez here. But Troy Daggett ended up getting around Brandon Moore, just like what he wanted to do, to try to stay ahead of Brandon. Like we said, Brandon Moore is only 22 points back from Troy, so.
Yeah, this is also probably one of the easiest tracks to also spin the tires on the initial start or restarts or anything like that. We have seen that happen so much in the 87 series over the years. We have seen that happen any other time we come here at Rockingham. So it is probably, like I said, probably the easiest track, if not one of the easiest tracks to just slip those tires, like we saw on the initial Get Up to Go launch just a handful of laps ago now.
Oh, Chris is in a new paint. For any of those who are wrestling fans, today we lost a great legend of Sika, Roman Reigns' father, so hate to see that for Roman, and prayers go out to his family too as well, for those who are wrestling fanatics.
Wasn't he battling cancer at one time?
I think
so. Because I know at one time he looked pretty bad, and just rough, but pretty much all those all the old wrestlers, all the old timers, right? They kind of look rough anyway. All those years, all those hard bumps and everything that they take, man, it really takes a toll on you.
Oh yeah, sure does.
Myers has gotten around Brandon Moore for 4th position. So Brandon Moore in 5th at the moment. Skylar Sigston, Joe Stipe having a tussle for 6th and 7th, as Campbell trying to run those two down. 17 seconds separates the entire field here. 13 drivers separated by, like I said, just over 17 seconds. Swartz having a bit of a loop-de-loop off of turn 2 from the first lap, so that's what has set Swartz that far back. Robert Amaral is 12th place, 10.5 seconds back. Justin Steves is in 11th. And Chris Camary is just inside the top 10 as we see lap times at the moment. What everybody is the fastest or previous lap. I think, that's previous lap, so.
Hey Tyler, that's the roll. So Highball at almost a 2.5 second lead over Jaden. And then you have Troy. Then you got Tyler. I'm sure we know Brandon Moore is in fuel saving mode. So.
Yeah, he's doing a mixture of conservative and just fuel saving mode. So drivers told me you could go 65 laps on a full tank. So anywhere between 58 to 65 laps, give or take, on a full tank. And then tires are probably going to be, they're probably well and already truly maybe shot, this 17, 18 laps into this run already, Brian. But, 35 laps maybe is probably all you're going to get from a set of Goodyear Eagles here. As far as well, your excuse, as far as, all the good being used up off the tire. So Jaden driving back to Highball. He is only a second and a half just about away. He's got Troy Daggett in tow with him. So they are working back to Highball slowly but surely, reeling in that old 41 truck. So,
and prayers also go out to a buddy of mine of Anthony. Wish him a speedy recovery, and hopefully he gets better soon. So, but Jaden now got that under second to Highball. Remember, he was almost about 3 seconds up. So within those 2 laps, him and Troy end up finding that rhythm there, and he's just pulling Troy with him. So Tyler Myers there, P4.
Well, for sure, Highball didn't slip his tires as bad as Troy on the initial start, but Highball has kind of, in the past 20 laps, he's went and kind of tried to run away, but in doing so, he's probably burned up his tires up a little bit too early here than what you would want to do. But nevertheless, still a good run so far by Highball, leading here early goings.
Yep, and now that we see B. Moore now closing in on, well, now we're back up here to the front, but Brandon Moore closing in on Tyler as Tyler keeps ricocheting off of the turn 1 wall there. As now Jaden got on by Highball along with Troy. So now Brandon Moore looks to get on by Tyler Myers, now going to set his eyes on Highball. See here, Brandon Moore now takes P3 away from Highball as Tyler looks to go to the inside of Josh. There. I think Highball might have burnt his stuff up a little bit too quick. If you ask me.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But that's kind of the price you take by being the race leader. You're kind of setting the pace, your own pace. You're not really paying attention to the pace that's being set behind you, whether it may be a quicker pace or maybe people just kind of saved a little bit from the initial get up and go, right? So you go ahead and just fire out of a cannon, so to speak, and you get a 3.5 second lead, then all of a sudden it's gone. So Daggett trying to hang on to Sanchez, keep him within eyes view. Don't want to let him get too far away from the lead.
trying to search though where the grip is at, but by doing so, he's got Brandon literally right there. So
caution, caution. Bud Bunch, give me status on your car there.
so you see
Like
there.
Brian Swartz.
Yep.
Did he just get crossed up coming out of turn number 2? I think he does. Oh, he slaps the wall here coming out of turn number 2. So, looks like he got up in the wall. Everything looks to be alright. Has a good entry, so to speak, and everything seems to be fine, but the truck's just going to get tight on corner exit and just sponge kind of out of the wall, kind of ricochet out of the wall, so to speak, and just can't catch it. He goes for a long slide, and this is right in front of the leaders, mind you, so able to lock it down. Doesn't look like he's going to hit the inside retaining wall. I could be wrong, but no, he does not. So, first caution of the evening.
So Troy Daggett stays out. Now they'll put Brandon Moore, Jaden Schuyler, Myers, Highball Stipe, well, there you go. Now Troy's gonna come in.
I don't even think Troy got to lead a lap, to be honest.
Under that caution lapse, he did. I think that's why he stood out.
Okay, 10-4. I was going to say, I wasn't 100% sure if he did or not. Yeah, that's kind of what I say to you, Jason. Just kind of, like just unfortunate for Swartz. The truck just got up into the wall on him, and like I said, turn 1 looked pretty good of an entry. Just unfortunate. I remember so many years ago in the old NASCAR games. I know it doesn't really hold up or have relevancy, but the same thing would always happen to me. Get real tight coming out of turn number 2, and always bang into that wall. So it can be a struggle here at the Rock for sure. I cannot wait until this track one day is back on a racing schedule of some type. They just repaved this track not too long ago.
That they did.
They still had a lot more work to do cosmetically, with the suites, the press boxes, and so on. A lot of work to be done with the infield, but
I think they're having a Crown Vic race here.
it doesn't surprise me.
I think 2 months from now. Or 3
McFarland.
months from now.
Cletus McFarland and his gang, probably.
So you see here, pace truck is off.
Green flag, green flag.
Brandon Moore with a good launch there. Didn't really see too much slippage of the tires that time, so everybody able to get up through the gears going into turns 1 and 2. You for sure should be in 4th gear in 1 and 2, if not right on the exit. You should finally be in high gear, if not already in it. 4-speed transmissions in these trucks. It doesn't take long to get into high gear.
Nope.
Myers and Sixton having a go for the lead, or for 2nd place, and then Myers getting a bit crossed up underneath Moore, looking for the lead but couldn't quite get there. So a little bit further back, you have some drivers. Ooh, Skyler got up in the wall. A little bit further back, though, like I was trying to say, you have some drivers trying to work their way back up to the front. Highball coming down the track to defend that run that Jaden had there. Cut that off. Skyler trying to defend that position. Meanwhile, up the front, you have Myers going at it with Moore. Oh, and Highball just about stepped out, and that was almost all she wrote for Highball, but luckily he kept it pointed back straight as the battle for the lead. Myers sliding up in front of Moore to take the lead away. How long will this last? So Tyler Myers now with the lead of the race as Highball looking back for 2nd place. You have it seems like we have a lot of people tonight, as far as, out of the 13. Oh, Matthew Hunsaker out of the race. Anyway, it just seems like we have a handful of drivers out of the normal bunch that just have some good, really good short run pace, Brian.
Oh yeah. But
I bet you if Phillip was here, he'd be another one of those short run pace contenders, so.
yep, he would be.
So.
But the way this is looking, maybe long run pace is probably going to get you.
Oh yeah.
If you ain't got a long run car, then unfortunately, then some adjustments and consistency.
And with that caution coming out earlier, that kind of extends when we can see green flag pit stops if we do under racing conditions. So that will extend that window of opportunity for us and potentially just make it. No. Yeah. It's going to be iffy. Yeah, I don't know, Brian. I was going to say maybe just making it just on one more stop, but math, that can be a doozy sometimes, Myers and Sanchez going at it back for the lead here as the top 4 are separated by just 0.4 of a second. They are all up on each other here.
That they are.
See, I told you, just. Oh.
I'm sorry. Jaden.
Oh no, I was just.
Tyler Myers.
I was just going to say, you just need to give it a few days, and they'll be back. You build it, they will come, and for sure, it's not like they go anywhere. So. You can see all four drivers here in the top 4, pretty much totally different, distinct racing lines as well. Not all 4 drivers kind of have the same line.
maybe
Yeah.
3 and 4, but 1 and 2 is different. Maybe
Oh, for
besides
sure.
Troy runs a little bit lower into 3 and 4, and Jaden runs the bottom in the 1 and 2. As we see back there a little bit, Troy Daggett and Highball now starting to use that middle lane there. And you see here as Tyler gets to the bottom lane, only pushes up a little bit to protect the middle lane there and sticks with it and just very strong there. But Jaden looking to apply some of that dirty air to the quarter of Tyler, but now Jaden does have it now and will get in front of Tyler.
Now Tyler just led here for about the past, 10 laps, so good little stint for Tyler. Not saying that he's not able to get back by, so he probably could if he hasn't already kind of burned his stuff up already in this past little 10 lap stint here. But like I said, the top 4 have opened up a pretty substantial gap. Brandon Moore in 7th position, 7.5 seconds back. How much could that be, just trying to be Mr. Conservative and just ride, and how much is that also being, kind of caught out by the track conditions and how racy everybody has been, because we seen how good Brandon's truck has been. He's been up here leading, contending, but also just kind of riding around at the moment as Myers kind of gets caught out and has a moment going through 1 and 2, and then finally, as you see it almost takes him the entire lap to gather it up there. So
Oh yeah.
So Myers is going to fall back to 4th. Yep, one little slip-up is going to cost you so much time here. Really compromised him getting into the next set of corners. So Sanchez, Daggett, Highball, that's the top 3. Then Myers and Camary, that rounds out the top 5. Justin Steves, Brandon Moore, Christopher Campbell, Skyler Sixton, and Robert Amaral. Joe Stipe and Brian Swartz is a lap down or more. 50 laps complete here at Rockingham, the season finale for the BNR Truck Series. Brian, so far, what has kind of stood out to you in this race?
I would say the different lanes that the drivers were using. I figured everybody would be in the same lane, kind of like, Talladega. And just as we say that, a little slippy here. Ooh, hard lick for Campbell.
Oh, that's Campbell, and was that Swartz, or?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Swartz is just in the worst tonight. That's super unfortunate.
But
and no caution either to come of that.
Nope. But I would say the lanes, and then who's got the long run speed. I mean, we pretty sure we already know who does. So.
Yeah, at the moment it looks like Sanchez and Daggett. It's a race between those two here this evening. Jaden saying how, he hates this track, but yet he's leading the race. So, you gotta love how people really try to sandbag or play off as, I'm not really good here, but, yep, here we are. We're leading the race. So, you try to make it out as if it's such a terrible Tuesday, but it's actually a pleasant one.
Yep. For sure.
I know I used to do that a lot sometimes. I'd be like, I'm not really all that good here, but then miraculously I'd be leading the race somehow, and I'm like, how'd this happen? But that was actually, seriously, I was not good at certain places, but somehow I still found a way to be leading.
Right? But I would describe this track as a rhythm track.
Oh, very much so. Yes. Like I said earlier, you really have to have a strong entry through these corners, both corners. In doing so, you have to give it just enough gas down these straightaways to propel yourself into these corners and carry that momentum forward, that rhythm, like you say. Back these corners up, because if you don't, you're going to be kind of beating the wall down like we saw Myers do earlier, whenever he was kind of like ping pong balling off the wall. So you really don't want to overcook these entries, because that will for sure just grade away your tires. That'll be one thing that can really cook the tires, is just overcooking your entry, because that'll really get the tires to screaming at you.
Oh yeah. You are absolutely correct.
One thing I think, I know we only started with 13 people, but Rockingham can be such a difficult challenge. So maybe the lack of caution so far for me, are have to maybe agree with what you said. Just the way these drivers are attacking the track and the different lanes, and so far what we see, just the racing in general, has been a shock for me.
Oh, Brandon Moore in the pits.
Yeah, I definitely have to say that might be unscheduled. He could probably be trying something to go way off kiltered, off strategy, compared to what Sanchez and Daggett are doing. He was 8 seconds off the lead, I believe, when he pitted. So Myers Myers got back by Highball.
This is a doozy.
That road here can be rather kind of tedious. It can be kind of long. It can be also a nuisance to kind of get onto as well. About to be at that 100 lap to go mark here shortly, in just a lap or two.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, the strategies here. Yeah, Brandon Moore and Skyler, they both had pitted.
Boy, still keeping Sanchez honest here in second place. Myers, like I said, got around Highball. Highball has fallen 2 seconds off of the Myers pace, falling in almost the clutches of Justin in about another second or so, if Justin can get up there. Camary still in 6th position. We have 6 trucks. Excuse me, they are all Camaros, pretty much. Ford, what was the Ford truck? The Fairlane.
Come on.
That was.
They just have it as the Ford. Campbell's and the Yoda.
Well, no, I mean you remember there was the El Camino back in the day, right?
Yes.
That Chevrolet produced, and then there was the Ford Fairlane. It was I'm thinking of a different name of a Ranchero, right? Yeah, there we go. The Ford Ranchero.
So how about
Toyota. How
Chris
about what?
Briscoe in 19?
Yeah, worst kept secret in all of NASCAR
Yeah.
at the moment.
Thanks to Christopher Bell.
Yep, loose lips.
I don't know.
I feel like Gregson. I really saw Noah going into that ride because of the already partnership with Bass Pro Shops. He used to be a Toyota driver. You know, Chase Briscoe, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I'm aware, he's never been a Toyota driver at all. This is his first time with Toyota. So, excuse me. So, pretty interesting pairing, I'd have to say.
Oh yeah. Hey, how about that? How about the skit on Monday night?
Oh yeah, the Uncle Howdy Bo Dallas promo.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Did you catch that little sneak peek there of that door when they were talking? They were actually in the house doing that. Bray Wyatt's.
Yeah, I
finale.
thought so.
Yeah, because you remember how we used to have Sister Abigail up by the window there, and there was an outline figure of Sister Abigail. I thought they did that pretty good. Then you got Drew just being McIntyre.
Now, what did it feel like when your brother died?
Right?
I mean, I get it, he's dressed up in a character asking himself that question, but man, that's like he's playing both parts, right? But man, that's at least he asked himself that question, I guess, you know what I mean? Like in a way, like it wasn't somebody else asking him a question, or it wasn't, you know.
I agree with you.
He's basically playing a two-parter, and kind of like how Bray did, or Wyndham did with Bray, and like the Fiend character. He was kind of two different personalities or two different people type of thing, or what have you. I was really keen or really intrigued to see how they were going to play the Uncle Howdy character with Bo, and if they were going to play off of any Bo Dallas stuff, or what they were going to do.
So this is what I see happening. I'm probably going to say that it's going to be the Wyatt Six versus the Bloodline. For some odd reason, that is just what I see. I mean, I absolutely could be wrong. But that's just what I see.
Well, we haven't seen them on SmackDown, so I don't.
Survivor Series.
I don't.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, like I said, we haven't seen them mess with anybody from SmackDown.
No,
so.
Yet, but I see it coming though.
Maybe.
But anyway, well, Troy Daggett gets on by Mr. Jaden there.
Yes, indeed. Right before.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I just don't want to let you talk at all. Right before they were, you would think, planning on maybe them pitting themselves here. 4 trucks left on the lead lap, Daggett, Sanchez, Myers, and Steve. So you just got to expect these guys coming in at any moment from now. So Sanchez really letting that truck slide out of turn number 2.
But he's just letting Daggett just pull away ever so slightly, Will. As now Troy
Yep.
Daggett's teammate Chris Camary is going to get on by Jaden there. As Robert Amaral looking to finesse to get back up there, get at least one of his laps back. Passing here can be difficult. You see there Justin Steves now in the pits. As we saw there, Joe Stipe get a little loosey-goosey, loosey-goosey. So, I don't know. Well, I think they're Brandon and Skylar pitting early. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see why you do that. I thought it was a bit way off kilt. Yes, just off beat, off strategy, way off course. I thought whenever I first saw that. So could be wrong, could be what they need, but I don't think it is. As Joe Stipe making a pit stop. And now that Troy's got in the lead, he is trying to drive away now from Jaden. Opened up just about a 2-second lead. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Tyler kind of burnt his stuff up earlier on, working up there in the front with Brandon. Brandon got him to use and abuse his stuff, so that's what happens. I mean, these drivers know how you drive, so they'll race with you for a very good, well, handful of laps. And then they'll back off. Like, okay, well, I got him to do what I wanted him to do, so now I'm just gonna fall off pace a bit. So I think I know what's happening, but then I don't. Highball sending her in there, but when you have the freshest tires, well, you can do that. So
But like what you said earlier, you got to be careful not to burn your stuff up too quickly either.
oh boy, what a save! Good save. Good save. By highball there, got in a little bit too much, got a little tight underneath Jaden. So, and I do believe, oh no, I thought Troy was pitting, but he's not. It fooled me. Like I said, this track is very, can be very difficult, for sure. Yes, Richard, I noticed your status there. My apologies. It's been a little busy dealing with some things, and he had a GT3C. Yeah. You see there, Troy Daggett now pitting, Tyler Myers. The GT3 series will be kicking off in a few. Not too sure when, but maybe here soon. So that'll be run on the Sunday nights. for those who like the GT side of things. So you see here, Highball trying to get his lap back by getting on by Jaden. And just like that, I do believe Jaden is now going to. Oh, Jaden's still staying out, I think. No, he's pitting. So I had to put a Highball back on the lead lap. Brandon Moore, Troy Daggett, Kamari, Skyler, Steves, and I think Myers. But this is what I'm worried about. When is Brandon Moore and Skylar Sixton going to have to pit again? With them pitting early as they did.
Oh, yes, most definitely. They're like I was already speculating they were probably going to have to pit again, and that truly confirms it. And I don't think Daggett and Sanchez are going to be able to make it all the way either. So questions popping out everywhere is who's going to be able to make it, who's not, who's going to need another stop. I speculate everybody needs one more stop. That could be why Sixton, that could be why Skyler and Brandon decided to maybe cut the race from that point on in half from where they did.
Yeah. But you see there, Brandon Moore got on by Highball. I'm sure tires are playing a big effect with the rough surface and everything else here. Let's see what the track temp was 132 degrees on qualifying. It is now 141 degrees. So a big jump. For sure. See there, Daggett now is gaining on Brandon tremendously. I think Brandon might have used and abused his stuff a bit too much, Will.
Yeah, at the moment, but Daggett reeling back in Brandon Moore with the fresh tires like we talked about a while ago. But we also speculate and not really fear, but kind of think everybody still has to pit again, so.
Oh yeah.
Because we know not everybody, most certainly, everybody can only go 64, 65 laps on a full tank, so.
And these two right here are battling for that first place. So.
Well, Daggett kind of makes short work of Moore because Moore on older tires compared to Daggett, who just came out the pits, so not too long ago.
Oh yeah. You see here, well, 66 laps to go at the moment.
Want to do it? Crank it up? Get some onboard shots or something, Brandon?
Yeah, we can do that. 116 of 165 in the books. As Chris Camary falls one lap down. Same thing with Justin Steves. Chris dealing with a very loose car.
You know, Justin having another good top 5 run at the moment, coming down, not quite to the nitty-gritty dirt band, but, you know, just about to the nitty-gritty. But like I said, not quite. We still got about 35 laps to go, somewhere in that ballpark before we get to the nitty-gritty. So, Chris coming down pit road with Justin, so that is 4th and 5th place coming down pit lane. I don't know why Justin lost a lot of time trying to be extra cautious getting into the pits, having an early entry onto the apron, so that's going to cost him some time.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. That absolutely is. So,
But, you know, rather be safe than sorry, some people would say. So, you know, hey, sometimes, you know, the transitions coming on from the banking to the flat onto the pit lane entry can really catch some guys out. So,
that it can.
so what kind of new tattoos you got, Brian? You got like a Daffy Duck, a Donald Duck, a Mickey Mouse or something? You got a Martin Truex Jr. beard on your face or something?
Nope, not yet. That'll all be tonight. Sure.
Oh, okay. You gonna get like 78-19 forever, or like 1978 forever? You can combine the two words
Not sure.
or numbers, words.
Maybe the 8. Booking years.
You know, I can't tell if those are gunshots or somebody beating on a house or.
Today's road, we never
Oh
know.
well. Exactly. So might as well just stay inside. Oh no! Will that result into a caution?
Nope. Kept her going. So there, Justin
I'll be
Steves.
right back, Brian.
Yep. Justin Steves gave a little bumperooski here to Campbell. You see Myers trying to get one of his laps back. As Joe sends her into turn 22, slides right up. In front of Jaden there. See there, Skylar Sixton now pitting. Daggett still stays out. 128 of 165. Joe Stipe, Justin Steves. As Justin gets on by Joe, not for position. Justin is 2 laps down. Joe is 3 laps down.
Never fear, Inspector Will is on the case. I found out what the noises were. It wasn't gunshots, it was fireworks. Oh well, makes the same noise. Don't know why anybody's shooting fireworks off right now. It's not even like...
July yet.
Yeah, 4th of July is like 2 weeks from now. Yeah, exactly. I hate these types of holidays. I mean, yeah, it's not really a holiday person.
Well, there ain't too many people that are. You see here, Tyler Myers got into P4.
What do you mean? There's a lot of people that are holiday people.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Well, you like certain holidays. You don't like every holiday.
No.
Exactly.
See Troy Daggett, Jaden Sanchez now making their final pit stop of the night. As that will
Is Brandon Moore
Yep.
going to be able to hold off the hard-charging fresh tires of both Sanchez and Daggett? You know, that might be his only chance here to win the championship, is win the race off of some type of different strategy here.
That is true. Problem is, can Daggett, can Sanchez stay ahead of Tyler Myers?
No.
No, they will not. But now, is Myers going to make it difficult for those freshy weshies on tires to get on by? Or is he going to... Jaden back in the pits.
Speeding penalty possibly right on the exit of the pits. That's going to be costly, hurtful, and all of the sort for Jaden because, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't it be? Speeding penalty on the end of the race like this when you could have had a top 3 position. Oh, that is so costly.
That is.
That's a real foot shooter.
Yep. Now we'll fall 1 lap down instead of coming out to be on the lead lap.
Well, Brandon Moore has, might as well say, a front straightaway lead from the moment he gets the truck set for turn 1. They're coming out of turns 3 and 4, or turn 4. So,
you see there, Daggett.
Does Brandon Moore?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just
going to say.
All right.
Yeah, we're so great at this. I tell you what. Yeah, I was just going to say, does Brandon Moore have enough time, to hold off the fresh tire, Troy Daggett? We've seen this before already in the race. How difficult is it going to be? You can get there to somebody, but the passing game is another. So it's going to be a nail biter, that's for sure, coming down to the wire. what are you willing to do to possibly, win a championship, win a race here? Winning the race could also mean winning the championship, solidifying the championship. If you're Troy Daggett, if you're Brandon Moore, that definitely means, winning the championship. So more than likely, winning the race could mean winning the championship.
All depends on points and the bonus points and all that other
Who
stuff.
has led the most laps, like you talked about, the bonus points, who's kept their truck clean to get a 0x. I think you would calculate for that as well. You give a bonus point for a 0x, so you really dish out the bonus points, so to speak. There's so many different ways to get bonus points whenever you just decide to just go all throughout the season and just accumulate the points instead of doing playoffs or having to do bonus points for this or that or this. You just do points, and then you do bonus points for leading a lap or leading the most laps or maybe the fastest lap of the race or this or different strokes for different folks. So now 25 lap to go mark, Brian. Daggett tremendously has eaten out that might as well say 10-second lead that Brandon Moore had when Daggett came out of the pits. So
see here Daggett trying to get on by his teammate there.
Chris Camary having a heck of a drive too, a top 5 drive for him.
But he can always get that phenomenal caution. You just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen in the world of motorsport, whether it be sim racing related, world racing related, or whether it just be luck of the draw in the real world, so to speak. So
yeah, we've seen that Sunday with the New Hampshire race. Got a little silly there at the end, but
yeah, Michael McDowell wanted to be a bowling ball.
Logano just wanted to say the hell with Chase. Kozlowski said screw you Martin, and it happens. Tight racetrack, that bottom lane is just treacherous.
Yeah, I was really hoping that Red Sox car would do better, but whatever. Just be the luck of their season, I guess.
Yeah.
I wonder who would be like a Yankees sponsored car in NASCAR.
Logano or Martin. Well, Martin's done, so they can be Martin. I don't know who's more
Audi.
Closer.
Well, no, I was just saying like Audi is like one of the sponsors of the New York Yankees, right? Like Audi, there's an Audi dealership in the Bronx or whatever that is like down the baseline on the foul side territory. There's like the Audi dealership logo. It would be cool to see like a GT Challenge car, maybe dressed up like a Yankee, like Yankee pinstripes. But I don't really.
I'm sure if Pete was here, he would have had a Yankees team truck. He's a Yankees fan. Good old boy from West Virginia.
So under 20 laps to go. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say under 20 laps to go. Moore. Oh, when did Moore got passed up by Daggett? Okay. That happened and I didn't even know it. lost in my confusion over here.
You know it. Mm-mm.
I thought he was
Will
still like
just got
2 seconds
confused.
ahead.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
But anyway, Will,
we
the
got.
season finale here tonight, the BNR Truck Series. These drivers will
Mhm.
at least have a month off. Let them recuperate. We are going to do some recruiting process and finesse a little bit with the schedule whenever that free time does happen. I do believe these drivers will be choosing numbers off of their point standings to make it fair to everybody. So that's always one thing that we like to keep consistent here. Probably a few new adjustments to certain things and maybe some new things in play. No. But hopefully have a dominant season in about a month. So get quite a few more drivers out here. So got done talking with Mr. Robert there. He wants to put full dedication over here, which is always nice to hear. You know, he's a very great guy, and I respect him a lot. So there's always that time and place, like I tell a lot of these guys. Running too many leagues, you lose focus and control. Well, now, what number am I in? I forget what number I am. You know, and I hate anybody to go through that because racing out, it would also get you worn out. That's why I said on the BNR
Yes.
side of things is going to at least take a month off, let them recuperate. We did get
Racing a lot.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say racing a lot can wear you out. It can really drain you. It can really bore you of racing. Say if you have a race every night or every other night of the week, and if you just tone it back to maybe 3 nights a week or 4 nights a week, even 4 nights a week might be a bit too extreme. But say if you race 6 nights out of the week and you tone it down to just 3 nights, you will feel a lot better. I had to do that at one point to myself. I was racing way too many nights out of the week, and once you do that, it's almost like smoking cigarettes. Like you feel a lot better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I have to agree with you. But coming to 10 laps to go, but also we did get good things about straight points to the end instead of playoffs because it keeps them going and fighting for every position, every bonus point, and stuff like that. The old retro style days of the BNR Truck Series back in the day style. So I think that's probably what's going to stick around, and maybe we'll have a new sponsorship on Tuesday. Time will tell when it gets closer for when we hopefully try to get the new season started. So, like I said, a lot of revamp with the schedule. So, it's going to be exciting, that's for sure. So, yeah. 9 laps to go. Troy Daggett has about almost 8-second lead over Brandon and almost a 14-second lead over Tyler. Chris Camary is currently the only car 1 lap down. Everybody else is 2 laps to 3 laps down or just critical damage to their truck and use the quick fix early. So, overall, Will, I would say a fantastic season on the truck side of things. A lot of excitement, a lot of great battles, great fields, I would say. Never upset at nothing. So always good to see that too as well. So as we know here, well, we know Brandon Moore is wanting that caution because I'm sure he does have 1 set of tires left. And Chris is looking forward to it too because that will put Chris back on a lead lap. So
Yeah, anything can happen in the final 6 laps here. A caution could come out. Somebody we could see somebody ricochet off the wall again. Anything is quite possible, especially older
Maybe
tires.
some contact.
Yeah, Tom.
Go around.
Urban's racing, as they say.
Yeah, bumping's racing too as well. Just a matter of time and place. But anyway, Will, 5 laps to go here tonight in the season finale from Rockingham on the BNR Racing Network as these BNR truckers come to close out their season. So, just not quite over yet, Will. 4 laps to go this time by. So, we will have to wait. Who's coming champion? Top of the page. See, you're side by side with, oh, never mind. I guess we're coming back up here with Tyler Mike. Oh, never mind. We're coming back here with Justin Steve, Skylar Sixton. Hard racing side by side for P5 Road, the final step of that top 5.
Yep. Yeah, I was surprised that Michael Cole commentated 2 hours, like the final 2 hours of Raw by himself.
Well, something did happen with Pat McAfee, I do believe. His
family emergency. Something happened. There was a family emergency. The Miz started off the show, and then, yeah, it's pretty whack that the tag team title run of Awesome Truth was so short.
Right. Final time by Ken Troy will finish as the race winner here tonight. Then rounding up should be Brandon Moore.
And Tyler Myers and P3 rounds off the podium finishers. Looks like Skyler got the better of Justin. Justin going back to 7th in that battle back there, so.
Great race here tonight.
One caution here for 165 laps of asking.
I think that would have been a close battle with Daggett and Jaden if it came down to it, but unfortunately speeding penalties do happen, and that will do that. So we'll pull up the final results here. We will wrangle up our podium finishers here. Let's see. See if we can rally them up. See if we can pull Tyler.
What up? Yo.
Well, P3. Great.
Tremendous run for you tonight. You led some laps. Like, you were really racy tonight. Just tell us about it, Tyler.
Oh, it was a fun night. Very demanding track with a lot of bumps. Tight racing, if you can want to get to it. Nice long green flag runs. It was fun. I also enjoyed it tonight. Say
Do you
How?
that,
think maybe if you could have had a caution, got back on the lead lap and got everything sorted, do you think maybe you could have had something? Because you had some really tremendous, about 20, 25 lap, really good short run pace here this evening, Tyler.
yeah, like the caution didn't fall our way. Just after that one caution, we just set sail. It felt good after about for 20 laps, and then falls off. It felt really racy.
So, how would you say the overall handling of the truck was
Well,
in the with the pack and just the overall handling around, especially around
the,
this track, and
the pack.
which lane was the dominant lane, you would say?
Okay, early on, I liked the high side 1 and 2, low side and 3 and 4. That just how it felt good, and it got a lot of runs off of it. That high side just you got the run off the corners. Got the that back stretch is pretty long. Really, you can think of it. It is long.
So enough to set up your arc into the turn going into 3 and 4.
Yeah, it's pretty. It was kind of tight after so while, but the exit off of, or loose off exit early run. It all depends on how you hit the bumps. I was able to get the bumps in my favor.
Right on.
So wish I could have gotten that caution and got out there and, you know.
It's funny because that's exactly what I was telling Will. I said I'm sure Brandon and Tyler wanted at least one more caution to bunch the field back up, and
I know I had something for them. So definitely ended. They will roll the corners better, I think.
yeah. But that's all I got to say at the moment. I'll let Will take it back over.
Well, Tyler, this ends out this season of the BNR Truck Series. Um, how much fun was it for you throughout the season, and how thoroughly did you enjoy it? And are you looking forward to next season, Tyler?
This season was actually pretty fun. My most competitive, I guess, since I've been here, BNR. Looking forward to next year and building on what did this year. It all comes down to availability. I wasn't available for one race this season, and it cost me points. So I'm hoping to be more available next season.
Yes, sir. Strong car. You did good majority of the season. You try to keep it out of a lot of the BS. Normally around a lot of these tough tracks. We did have a few road courses in there, which was 9 times out of 10 the difficult part. But
I love these old surfaces. Yeah, the bumps.
well, I hate to tell you, they're all gonna get re-updated. So
just like that old Atlanta earlier this year, I was top 3 there too. It's old surfaces. Just I can find that high line and it rolls.
yep, that's normally how it works. Sorry, Will, did not mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're good. So, Tyler, any final thoughts, shout-outs, anything else you'd like to give out before? All right. Well, good night. Let you go.
Congrats to Daga for the championship and definitely the win here. Congrats to everyone. It was a fun season.
Yes,
It
sir.
was a pretty good season overall, getting to call all the races, and we'll catch up with you later, Tyler. Thanks for chit-chatting with us, hanging out. Oh, right, yep, I'm getting rid of Tyler. And now, oh, no, yeah, get on out of here. Yeah, shoot, I got a rawhide. Shoot him up, kick him up, get him up. All right.
Next
Now,
up.
P2 finisher Brandon Moore and P2 finisher
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
overall championship, Brandon.
What was up?
Just coming up a little bit shy this evening, and you really tried some different strategy after
Yeah,
not
that bit
having.
us there.
Yeah, it did. It did. It really did. I was really having some head scratching moments once I saw you doing what you did. So, tell us about it. Where'd the speed go? Where'd it not go? What happened?
It just getting off cycle with tires. I was trying to save a set of tires, figuring we'd have some more cautions. That didn't happen, so we had to get off strategy and had to pit early and try to make it up on the track, with different tire strats. Luckily it worked out fairly well. We pulled it back to a P2 after falling. I'd say we was probably like 11, 12 seconds back before the initial pit during that sequence, but pretty tickled with it.
Yeah, just like you said, the strategy kind of bit you there a little bit. Didn't really work out. Completely in the favor. Rockingham, it's a tough old cookie of a track. Really, pretty much of a driver's track. You really got to almost immediately start conserving your stuff, but also really attack with it. So it's a double-edged sword racing here at the Rock. But overall, Brandon, what did you think of the season overall that you had here in the BNR Truck Series? And what are you looking for maybe to next season?
I think overall we had a pretty good season. I think everybody did a good job. Appreciate everybody showing up, and looking forward to next season. Hopefully we could run just as good as we did, make all the races. We'll see how it goes, because usually there's one or two, real life events we like to go to. So usually makes these point hunts for the championship a little rough, but happy to get P2 in the points with some missed races and opportunities. So should be good next season.
You only missed one, and
One.
you end up falling short by 18 points.
That could have been it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, according to if that was a win or not, it could have.
You probably
could've
would
played
have
out a lot
jumped ahead
different.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is what it is. We're happy with where we got. We ran good all season, and as long as we're running good and we're on pace, things are good.
Oh yeah. I mean, you had a great run all season. You were up there. We talked to you a lot this season.
Oh yeah. I mean, we probably had. I think we had 5 or 6 wins or something like that, and
Consistency.
just about all top 5s. And yeah, that's what it is. That's the only way you finish that high in the points and you miss a whole race.
Oh yeah. But I would say overall great performance by you this season. It's always good to see you do awesome, especially with the points being so tight as they were coming into this race. You and Daggett had a hell of a season together. His actual first full season, actually. You two put a hell of a show on whenever you guys are side by side with each other. I would say overall great performance by you all season. So I would not be upset with that at all. Period.
Absolutely not. No, I'm tickled with it.
Yeah, and like I say, even missing one race, only 19 points. And it's just like you said, bad strategy call. That's it. And sometimes that does hurt, because you always you go into the race like me. Okay, well, hell, we got one caution, and here comes quite a few more, and then you end up stepping on your cojones, and sometimes it just quite doesn't work.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's just the that wonderful nature of the beast. So 666, the number of the beast. Hell and fire. Sorry, just kind of got off kilter there with some Iron Maiden, but
Heck yeah, I was listening to some Iron Maiden in the truck earlier.
there you go. Hey, you never go wrong with that, and a little priest too as well. I was listening to that little
Oh, heck yeah.
earlier with Pops and Josh. So yeah. Sorry, Will. Did I mean to cut you off? I know you like. I know you enjoy talking to B. So
All good, all good. Brandon, it's past Brandon's bedtime anyway, right, Brandon? So you need to get
Yeah,
in the bed.
absolutely.
So, final thoughts, shout outs, anything else you'd like to add before we let you go? P2's all around for you tonight,
Yeah, I just want to do my usual. Thank all the drivers for coming out. Thank the broadcast booth. Thank everyone at home that came out to watch the stream. Happy with the points, situation. P2. Happy with a P2 after a bad strategy. We pulled that back. So hopefully we can take the momentum in the next season and start well at Daytona.
yes, sir, indeed. You have yourself a great night. Get some sleep there. Get ready for work, and hopefully we'll be talking to you soon.
Sounds great. Thank you all so much.
No problem, buddy. Next up, RP1 finisher, and since he got the capitalization wheel on, oh, he must have shimmied himself on back down. You good, buddy? Oh, Troy. There he is.
I'm back. I actually hit the wrong button, so.
You're good. So our race winner and our overall BNR Truck Series championship winner too as well came down to going into the race 20 points between you and Brandon. So a hell of a season by the both of you, and with Brandon missing one race, so I thought that was pretty good season overall. Me and Will can agree between you and Brandon. He missed one race, but still was up there with you, so that's always good to hear too as well. But with the win tonight, wrapped up your season championship as the winner. So I would say overall a hell of a dominant performance by you throughout the season. Also with Brandon too. A lot of 9 times out of 10, you and Brandon were very close finishes too at the end. Walk us through how your race went tonight, and what was maybe the difficult part of the track tonight. Maybe which lane you preferred better, because I noticed when it was you, Jaden, and a few other people in front, you kind of had that same rhythm with the guys in front of you too as well. Did you have to, because I know with the new update they kind of changed the trucks with the way they handle and all that other fancy shit too as well. Oh god, I said it. But yeah, just walk us through the your overall race tonight.
Well, thank you guys for putting on the series. It's been a lot of fun racing. It's Brandon. I wish you had that one more race, because see how much closer the points battle would have been. But it was a lot of fun. But yeah, tonight's race was qualified on the pole. Initial start didn't do too well. You saw me hit smack the wall probably. Spun the tires. That was the whole thing. This race was just not spinning the tires, because during practice I was getting loose off all the corners, except for mainly off the 2. 4 wasn't as bad. And every time I tried to switch up my line to run off the bottom, get run off the bottom, I'd just get loose, and it was hard to pass for me. So, but going into this race, I know I looked at the points and everything. I know I just needed, if Brandon won and got max bonus points, I just needed to finish top 5. That was my main goal going in here: top 5 finish and try and maintain the points lead.
Yes, sir, indeed. Will, you got anything for Mr. Troy?
What was your overall thoughts of the season? And, what point did you say that you had the most fun throughout the season as well, Troy?
The whole season was fun. Just the one thing I would change was too many road courses. Not a big road course guy over here, but I know going into the road courses, if I stayed on the track, and I would probably get a decent result, which I did a lot of the races. But I like the ovals a lot. It was a lot of fun racing. A lot of different tracks I've never really raced at in the trucks, so it was a lot of fun. Like North Wilkesboro, the Rock here, Rockingham, Myrtle Beach. Even though if that race was later in the season, I think that could have been a lot more fun, being a short track. Because I raced a different series last night. We raced Kern, which didn't have an iRacing setup, but that one was still pretty fun too. But yeah, the whole season was fun. Great bunch of guys to race with. Great battle. I wish a lot of the other guys would race a lot more, like Jacob Carter. And, he's fast. Caleb Settler. I mean, a lot more of the fast guys have probably been a lot more better points battle towards the end of the race. Probably more of us in it.
Yes, sir. I do agree with that, Troy. That sentiment is gold. Well, final thoughts, shout-outs, anything else, Troy, before we let you go celebrate this championship and also race win here tonight from Rockingham?
Once again, I'd like to thank you guys for putting on this race, the BNR Network. It's a great group of league drivers you have here. It's a lot of fun. I thank my wife Michelle, my kids Megan and Sadie for letting me come on here and race. All the admins that do this league, they're awesome. They're a lot of fun. 15 Studios, let me put the name on the car. Barb K Custom, engraving. Fisher for watching all these YouTube videos. My teammates Ron, Chris, Dan, when they all raced, it was a lot of fun. Just mainly thank you guys, and as long as you guys keep this thing on Tuesday nights, I'll be racing.
Yes, sir. We did talk about it. Trucks are always going to stay Tuesday with the dominant pack that we have. So the trucks on Tuesdays isn't going anywhere. So Tuesday trucks are always going to stay on Tuesdays. So seems to be the dominant force here. So Tuesdays are truck nights for sure. So yep. So that's one thing you won't have to worry about.
Yep, that's good because it's a lot of fun racing with you guys.
Yes, sir. It's always an honor to have you here too, as well. But as we said earlier in the top of the show here, kind of give you guys a little cool down here. Probably about a month. But we will keep you guys updated with number picks for next season. So just be on the lookout for that too as well. We'll add everybody, so you guys will always still be in the loop, so you guys really won't miss much. So we're gonna give you guys a little cool down, regather yourselves, have you guys do some officials during the week or whatever else you guys like to do, and once we get the official start date, we will notify you guys all in the Truck Series chat. So just be on the lookout for that, and looking forward to what you bring next season. Hopefully another dominant performance by you. Us admins will get with you probably later on in the week to get you your whatever it is that you want over to you. So awesome job this season with you, wrapping up the regular I wouldn't say regular season championship because we didn't do playoffs, but the overall championship here tonight. So yeah, man, it's just great to have you here, and glad you had a great time. That's what us admins always worried about. Want to keep you guys entertained, want you guys to have a great time, just to race, have fun on a Tuesday night. I know some ups, some downs in a lot of the races. Some go a lot longer than others, but you guys sucker through it, and hopefully we will be releasing a schedule within the next couple of weeks so you guys can start finessing some practice at tracks you guys ain't really used to, or maybe can get some better improvement out of. So, like I said, just keep an eye on all that. You either hear from me, Josh, Campbell, Tyler, either one, about your championship winnings. So, yeah, man, just an honor to have you here, bud.
Yeah, thank you. Like I said, it's been a lot of fun. It's cool. You guys give something away. A lot of leagues don't do that kind of stuff, so I'd say thank you in advance.
Yes, sir, indeed. Well, go celebrate this win. Go celebrate this championship. Hold it high over your head, and maybe be a repeat winner next season, and go into next season as the season 5 defending champion. So hopefully we'll be talking to you a lot more in the upcoming season. So yeah, man, just go celebrate it all overall.
I will. Thank you, and next season I'll race just as hard.
Yes, sir. You have yourself a wonderful night. Stay safe and enjoy the family time.
I will. Thank you.
No problem, buddy. Anyway, well, that will conclude our season finale here tonight from the BNR Truck Series.
Yes, sir.
I would say, what a hell of a season by these guys. Hard fought overall. They never let us down. So, we love to see that too as well. But, my overall thoughts of the truck season, absolutely great. We covered a lot.
Fantastic.
So, oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Fantastic season. Hopefully, you can get hyped up for the new season to come. Hopefully, more drivers and a lot better racing, and the schedule will get better as we go. So, that's another thing to look at. But I mean, like overall, I'm happy with it all. I thought it was great turnouts every week. We had quite a hell of a lot of good races, to be honest with you.
Yeah, most certainly. There wasn't really, I think, really the season finale truly was really the only race that saw kind of a, I don't want to say a bad turnout, but
A fairly
I think,
average.
yeah. But yeah, it was a great season here for the BNR Truck Series this season. So can't wait to see what the next one has in store, Brian. But until then, that does it for me and Brian until probably Thursday. And then we got the season finale for the Thursday Bearded Bear. Oh yes, the SRU Xfinity Series. Yes, indeed. How can I forget about that? So, yes, tomorrow. SRU Xfinity Series, and then Thursday the season finale for the BNR Bearded Bear Customs, and then I'm back at it again with Camary on Saturday. Penultimate round, I do believe, of the BNR Open Series. Anyway, me and Brian want to wish you guys a big thank you and a round of applause to yourselves for coming out, tuning in, being a part, of the broadcast yourselves, hanging out with me and Brian each and every Tuesday during this Truck Series season. And hopefully we'll catch you again tomorrow evening like we just talked about. Same bat channel, different bat time, just about 20 minutes sooner. But anywho, hopefully everybody will have a wonderful and safe good night.